begin with the configuration options, the first thing you need to do is have the proper access level. To do this, go to Manager. The first option is Change Manager Type Access Level. Select it, and you will see a list of the available levels. The first two are generally only for DSG. Owner Administrator is obviously the owner. Then there is the General Manager of the Store Manager, an Assistant Manager, which is generally a trusted employee such as an opener or closer in the manager's absence. A District Manager for TCBY is basically equivalent to a General Manager. And Store Employee. This would be your cashiers. There is no password. It's just a general option. A Corporate DM, which would represent a corporate type employee. And then Web User is irrelevant for you all. And then the Dell Installer is for the purposes of when they do the original installation. So let's say I'm going to go into customer service, and in this case the password is 123, as it is at the beginning of every update. I put 123 and I press OK. It tells me I am now in customer service mode. I press OK, and now I can begin accessing the various options that require a password. When the Dell installer leaves, you should be at this screen. We call this the splash screen or the title screen. The first thing that should be done is to enter all your employees. To do this, you would go to Labor, select Employee Setup about midway down, and you would see the following screen. You will notice that one employee called Manager on Register has already been added for you. To add an employee, press the New button. This will bring up the following screen. The first thing that you would do is type in the basic information. In this example, I will enter myself. The employee ID is the cashier ID used on the screen. This is typically a first name and a last initial. So in this case, I would put David D. The password is generally the last 4 digits of your Social Security number. I will put 1234, and I will put a pay rate for me, and then a Social Security number. This is the minimum information you must enter unless you have a preference setting that makes all the shaded areas mandatory. That can be selected in the preferences, and we will cover that later. When done, press Save. You will notice that instead of exiting, it skips to the next employee. It will continue the cycle until you press Cancel or Quit Out. So in this case, it goes to the next employee. It will greatly facilitate things if you have a list of all the employee personnel information with you when you begin this process. When you are done entering in employees, the next thing to do is to enter the pricing. To do this, go to TCBY-Config, go down to Menu Item Pricing, and you will see a list of the default pricing already set up for you. The easiest way to do this would be to press Print, select your printer. In this case, I had several, but you would probably only show one printer. I'm going to do a print preview, and you would see a price list. You would print this price list and fill it out. Then you would come back, starting at the first item, you would go to the price column and you would begin entering the prices. So in this case, if it was 109, and I would hit next key, and I would skip, and I would continue on through the list, entering all my prices until complete. At the very end, I would come back to this screen, and I would be done. Since we are on the subject of pricing, one thing to notice is that there are special pricing sometimes. So for example, if I was to call up a regular waffle cone, which normal price might be $3.29, I also have alternative pricing. So one of these options could be that, well, for maybe the month of September, I could put a price of maybe $2.99. That might be one discount. Another thing that's very popular would be something like a Waffle Cone Wednesday, where I might want a day of the week special, where I mark that. I select Wednesday, and I say, well, on Wednesdays, that's going to be $2.79. Doing so lets the computer handle this automatically without you needing to discount or trying to program a coupon or what have you. Very useful. In addition to pricing changes, there could be items that you do not actually offer that we've included already on the default listing. An example of this might be either candles for pie or maybe Yogwich. You might not have it. If there's an item on our list that you do not currently offer, it is best not to remove it, but rather choose the item, double-click it, as if you were going to change the price, and instead just mark it inactive up here in the right corner. Press Save, and in most cases the item will either not appear, and if it isn't in a screen that it does appear in, it will not actually ring through, so that you don't have to worry about accidental ring-ups of the item. The next general issue that most franchises will want to do is set up any special discounts or coupons they have. To do this, go under TCBY-Config again, scroll down to Couponing Setup, select it, and in this case you will see 4 example coupons I already have set up. You're free to add your own. There are basically 4 types of coupons. Okay, let's go into this one. This would be an example of $1 off. And in this case, what I've created is $1 off cake. And the coupon type is $1 off. And these are the 4 categories. They're $1 off, percentage off, $1 override, a percentage override, and a free. While the $1 offs and the percentage offs apply to each individual coupon, the $1 override and the percentage override would apply to the entire ticket. We're going to go through each coupon and set up one of each type so that you can better appreciate the types of coupons. So from this menu, we're going to press Add, and I'm going to create a generic free, I'm going to call it. Okay, you're free to use any name you want. It's not important. It's only for your own marketing tracking. What is important is that you choose the proper class. Now in this case, it's a free, so we're going to press OK. The applied department could be any one of the TCBY departments that we have programmed. Okay, in this case, I'm going to hit Cancel, and I'm going to use a special wildcard character that says star any star. That means there are no restrictions. The dollar value and the percent value for a free coupon are not important because the coupon is going to make whatever item selected free. So there we go. We have a generic free. Okay, we're going to hit Save, and now it's going to ask for another one. So now I'm going to do 50% off. That's a $1 off type of coupon. It's a set amount off per item. And now let's say that this one only applies towards a shiver. So let's change the name to reflect that it's a 50% off a shiver. It's a special promotion. Here under the dollar value, I'm going to put 50 cents, and I'm going to leave percentage value off because it doesn't apply. I hit Save. It goes to the next coupon. Now I'm going to do a 20% off student coupon. Okay? We're going to say that this is a percentage off. It's applied department. Again, I'm going to hit Cancel. I'm going to say it's any. And now instead of dollar value, I'm going to put a percentage value and say it's 20%. This will allow 20% to be taken off any individual item for somebody that has, say, a student ID. The final coupon, or actually I have 2 more coupons actually I'm going to do. Let's say that we had 40% off police special, or let's say senior day. Okay? We're going to make this a percentage override, and what this will do, we'll hit Cancel again, make it any, and we're going to fix it to 40%. Okay? What this will do is that it'll take 40% off of the entire ticket. So I won't apply this to each individual, but I'll apply this to the entire ticket. So we'll save that. Now, finally, let's do something that says 2 cakes for just $20, what have you. Okay? That's going to be a $1 type of override. and I'm going to apply this one to the cake department. And we're going to fix it at $20. So that way what will happen is I will ring up 2 cakes, hit this coupon as shown before in the earlier videos, and it'll force it to $20. Now I'm going to press save. It goes to the next coupon. I'm done entering my coupons. I press cancel quit out, and there's my master listing of coupons. If I were to hit exit and go into the POS screen, I would see, let's bring up an item. I would see my generic free I added. I would see my dollar off shiver I added, which might not apply. In this case, I did put a restriction in, so it would allow it. I would have my percentage off, my 20% off I could take. And finally, if I had a bunch of items, I could use my override and either say, take off 40% off for the senior day, or if I deleted that, I could do two cakes. Now that you've entered your employees, your pricing, and your coupons, you have finished the basics to begin using your system.